Not at all. I'll tell you one thing about my wife, that I don't know if you people have ever been with a woman who wants children but isn't having them. They can get a little fucking crazy. Like my wife, first year we were trying to have a kid, it wasn't working out, and she came up to me one day, "Your sperm aren't cracking my eggs." Well, honey, paint one of the things that look like the goddamn Death Star. Watch how fast my boys blow that shit up. 9 months later, we gave birth to our first Jedi. And there I was in the delivery room just praying she didn't spread her legs, and we hear dun 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 dun. Luke, I am your father. As I said, I have children. I'm proud of my kids. My kids range in age from 22 to 8. I love them all very much. As a parent, you do not have favorites. However, you have children that can be favored at any given moment. And right now, that's my 8-year-old, because my 8-year-old firmly believes in magic and superheroes. And having that in my life, I can believe it again too. And it's great because when she sees a contrail, she thinks the superhero is flown somewhere to save somebody. But the problem with that is she thinks she's a superhero, and she asks me all the time, "Dad, when am I going to get my powers?" I don't know, about the time the moves come in. Ladies, I'm sorry, okay? Look, there was a superhero back in the 1920s called the Shadow who had the ability to cloud men's minds. Studied for 20 years in the Orient to do it. Bullshit. If you just put it in a rack, done. Guys like Boese, okay? I'll give you a true story. About 5 years ago, I was driving through Montana with another comic on the way to a show. The comic was female. She's wearing a low-cut shirt and no bra. She dropped something in the front seat, reached down to get it. I looked over and wrecked the fucking car. My mind was clouded. But because she believes in superheroes, she's a really good kid. In fact, I got called to her school the other day. This was actually a couple weeks ago. I got called to her school because she had beat up another kid. And my daughter's never done that before, so I go there, and the principal tells me that there was a kid picking on one of her friends, and when she saw that, she ran across the playground and kicked this kid in the chest with both feet. Yeah! Well, it turns out this kid has picked on her on the bus every day since the beginning of the year, and she hasn't done a damn thing to him. He keeps calling her fat, right? And she hasn't done anything. And because her friend was in trouble, she kicked his ass. And so I'm saying, okay, I don't see the problem here. She's got 3 days off. I'm buying her an Xbox. And the principal got very upset with me. It's like, that's irresponsible parenting. How would you like to talk to this boy's father? Call him up. So he does, right? He's explaining the situation. He hands me the phone. My first thing is, yeah, my daughter may be fat, but your boy just got his ass kicked by a girl. Proud of my kids, but because of my kids, I've come to realize that things from my childhood that I thought were cool were not nearly as cool as I realized, or as I thought at the time. Like, for example, superheroes. I'm a big superhero fan. But somebody explained this to me too. Let's look at this for a minute. Batman and Robin, okay? Batman, all the dark colors. Leather daddy. Robin, all the bright clothes. Sister! Robin looks so bad that every line of dialogue should start with this. True story. Hey, Superman, someone needs to send him a memo. Underwear first, then the pants, not the other way around. And Wonder Woman, she fights crime with a bra, panties, and a magic lasso. And that's a superhero? Bullshit, that's a dominatrix, and I know because I spent $40 an hour to be with a woman who dresses like that. And if I were a city where Wonder Woman fought crime, I would be a one-man crime wave. There's not a judge who convict me. The trial would go like this. Why'd you do it? I wanted to fuck Wonder Woman. Case dismissed, so do I. And if I were Aquaman, I wouldn't even fight crime. I'd spend all my free time getting oral sex with suckerfish. Imagine the episode of the Justice League that would make. Meanwhile, back in the Hall of Justice, Love my kids very much. Feel like I've raised them right. I've spanked them when they needed it. Always read them a bedtime story. Usually something by Dr. Seuss. Round of applause and Dr. Seuss fans in the house.
Yay!
Few of you? Now, the thing about Dr. Seuss is he dropped acid. Those of you not applauding or laughing right now, duh. Bring your hand and get that shit away to me, okay? But you know, if you wrote books on acid trips, you had to write some of the bad trips, and these would be great books. You'd have The Cat in the Toilet. Gordon finds the who's head in the trash can. The Grinch Who Stole My Stash. And my personal favorite, 142 whore, red whore, blue whore. That's the book I want. But as much as I like children's books, I cannot stand children's cartoons, okay? 2 reasons. Number 1, people make them show up dumb. You don't believe that? Take a look at Shaggy and Scooby. Tell me they're not fucking stoned. But it always pisses me off is Shaggy's having to see the cops show up. Well, you know why? He feeds the shit to Scooby. How do you think the dog learned to talk? There is a reason that dog's favorite phrase is Scooby, Dooby, Doo. Few of you get the reference. Good. But it's not just that, okay? The other thing I do not like about kids' shows is they try to sing sex to little kids. Shaggy and Scooby are no different. Round of applause. How many of you know who Scrappy-Doo is? Yeah! Applause. Raise your hands. Stop clapping. Scrappy-Doo. I want you to think about this for a minute. Looks like Scooby. Talks like Velma. That's all I'm going to say. See, just a little bit more mystery to the mystery machine than you thought, right?